Can you read the ingredients? So the important thing is where it says Pandan. We call it Panda. It's not Panda. When you soak pandan leaves in coconut milk and then you cook something with it, you get this amazing green color. It's really, really yummy. This is silken tofu, coconut milk, sugar, agar-agar, and pandan. More specifically, if you've been having gut bombs and wrenching gut pains, it's amazing for it. It's yummy. Okay, those of you with a Western palate, don't think dessert, because you're going to go, ew, what was that? It tastes like basmati rice with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of coconut milk. Basically, it tastes like rice pudding that's been put through a blender and dyed green with some tofu. It's really good. And it really, really helps the stomach when you're having gut bombs. I've been having gut bombs for a couple of days and just kind of felt like, hey, it's green and it's the right day and why not? Anyway, going back to yesterday's rant on perceived value and replacement costs. Lorianne commented on yesterday's video that when she lived with us, it was really hard not to get into all the art supplies. Yeah, it's hard for me sometimes. I'm ADD and yeah, I want to do this and 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 I want to do this. And you got to stick with one thing until you get good at it or until you get it done. And buying a lot of art supplies before you need them allows... When we first got back and I wanted to do some acrylic painting because I needed to show that I know how to paint, that I know some of the old school techniques, I did not know that acrylic painting was going to become so, the pour painting was going to become so popular. I just wanted to do some. We had 25 canvases in storage and enough paints for me to get started. When you want to do things production, it takes a certain volume to work production. Like, I wanted to start doing hats. Okay, well, I have enough wool for hats, but wool hats would be $35 to $50 each, so I wanted to cut it with acrylic. Well, we had enough acrylic yarn that I think I can make 50 to 100 hats with acrylic and wool blend without really tapping my wool supply that much, my wool yarn supply that much. Because by using the thin spun wool for the wool portion and the thicker acrylic, so let's see. I'm not using as much wool as I would normally use. Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to talk about. I kind of lost my train of thought. I wanted to go back to yesterday. I wanted to go back to implied value versus perceived value versus replacement costs. I don't remember what it was. Totally lost it. Anyway, I have yummy, yummy, yummy silken tofu. Silken tofu is custard-like. It's panda flavored. It's basmati rice pudding flavored. I was going to talk about something. Why does this happen? I know why this happens. So we walked down to the Asian grocery and back. Last year at this time I could walk almost 5 miles. This year, up to 3 blocks and 3 blocks back. And it wiped me out. I mean, literally by the time we got to the... Walking there is all uphill. It's a very gradual uphill. I mean, it's you have to look to see that it's a hill. But by the time I got there, I was shaky. And walking back, I could do it. But right now, my legs are doing the thump, 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 thump. Lactic acid pulsing, which means I need to up my glutamine intake. I forgot what I was going to talk about. What was I going to talk about? Grr. No. The other subject. Huh? He's giving random suggestions in there. I don't know if you can hear him or not. He just said opossums. Buicks. Trying to get to my list here. Michael! I hope you guys can hear him because that was annoying. Perceived value, replacement cost, what it actually costs and what it's worth. Okay, that was what it was. So the acrylic, or the beads I'm making. When I said that somebody will try to get you to talk you down. Maura posted on my post about how, yeah, she's had people try to talk her down and she'd rather donate it to charity than sell it below its worth. I agree 100%. I will donate something, I will give something away before I'll sell it to somebody trying to talk me down on price. Because when people are trying to talk you down on price, they are so condescending and so rude and so smarmy about it, and they're smug about it. And if they get away with it, they walk away being smarmy and smug, and they tell all their friends, I talked her down. And those of us who make things are just like, fuck you, bitch. Go make it yourself. You know? But they can't, which is why they're trying to talk you down, because that's where they get their self-worth. Well, you know what? Go pay full retail. I'm not going to go down on my price on things. I will give it to a small child for free just to see their face light up before I sell it below my asking price. Now, yeah, I'll go wholesale lot. If you want all 100 of them, I will cut that price, but I won't cut the price on an individual. So that was what I was going to come back to. Anyway, not nearly as coherent as I thought it was. I'm trying. So I noticed in one of the videos the other day that I was talking about something and then I stopped and I just stared. And then I started talking again. And the stare was more than 30 seconds. That's a timeout seizure. Okay? It's a type of narcolepsy. One of the things these videos have done is showed me how often it happens. If I'm doing timeout seizures, that means I'm much more likely to have a nap attack, which is a much more involved seizure, and much more likely to have an actual seizure. And doing the video every day, about one video out of every about 5 or so, I will come to a complete stop for more than 30 seconds. In one video, I came to a stop for almost a full minute. I actually went back, not rewound because you don't rewind anymore, but I went back and replayed. And it's like, yeah, that's 45 seconds of me just frozen. See, y'all think I'm doing it deliberately, and I'm not. That was deliberate. But you know what I mean. Doing these videos has helped me to see that. And it means that if I do this video every single day and I see that, I know to take my seizure meds that night. So it's really helping on that note. Once we get moved, this mythical time that will come, this projection of all things good. Yeah, I'm more realistic than that. Once we get moved and we have more structure to the videos, it'll be interesting to see if I can keep that feedback going. It's been 8 minutes. He needs to go cook dinner, which means he needs to come in here and make noise. So I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.